So Parasite SEO is all the rage at the moment. I stumbled across this quite a few years ago, and with the latest Google updates and websites getting slapped left, right and centre, I thought it was a good idea to revisit this slightly controversial SEO technique. So if you're one of those people that have had their rankings drop recently and you've been slapped by the latest Google update, this is probably something that you're going to find quite interesting. So if you're looking to really get your articles to the very, very top of Google, or you want to boost your affiliate income, then Parasite SEO is probably something that you're going to be interested in. Also, hang around to the very, very end, because I'm going to show you the real results people are getting by using the Parasite SEO strategy. So what exactly is Parasite SEO? Parasite SEO is a strategic approach to enhance your search engine rankings. So what you're doing is you're utilizing the high domain authority of these websites. They're normally news sites, so there's a lot of trust with Google. And what you're doing, in essence, you're basically just piggybacking off what they're actually doing at the moment. In essence, what you're doing is you're utilizing the robust domain authority of these third-party sites to propel your content in the search results. This means you get to benefit from the high traffic of host sites, increasing your chances for leads and conversions. So what you're doing is you're borrowing the site's authority to enhance your own rankings and visibility without a focus on reciprocal benefit. And you generally don't have to do this on just one website. There are multiple sites that you can actually do this on to propel your article to the very top of the Google rankings. So this is all great. You're telling me that people are getting great results from this. You're telling me that you can get Google rankings to the very, very top. But how does it all work? You need to find high domain authority websites that are willing to offer you a sponsored post. Now, a sponsored post basically means that you can write on someone else's website, so you can write your own article, publish it onto their website, and in turn you pay them a fee, which is basically what we call in the SEO world a sponsored post. Now I'm going to be straight with you here. This is not a long-term strategy. The key here is to actually get in as fast as possible, get your rankings, and then what will happen is people actually come to the actual article, they'll read it, click on the affiliate links, or they'll click to go to your website where you can actually collect leads. Also, this is not in isolation. You also need to do this with other SEO strategies linked in with this, so they all come together. And I'm just going to say this again, Parasite SEO is not for everybody. It's slightly black hat, and at some point that website is going to get noticed by Google. Hence the reason why I say you need to get in fast and get your rankings fast as well. So if this sounds like the thing for you, what it allows you to do is it allows you to build up a cash flow very, very quickly, and then look at other websites, other third-party websites that are doing the same thing. You actually buy a sponsored post and then you just like rinse and repeat. But I can't stress this enough. The quality needs to be high quality. It can't just be a run-of-the-mill article. The article still has to be high quality in order to answer the intent of the person that's actually reading the article. So when should you do Parasite SEO? If you've been lucky enough to find a really profitable niche and you don't want to wait 6 months or 12 months or even 2 years to try and rank that article, this is the time when you actually use Parasite SEO. You also need to be quite comfortable with the fact that it might only last about 3 months. But from what I've seen and from what I've heard, as long as the quality of the article is very, very high, and you can introduce other SEO strategies along with this strategy, you should do quite well out of it. Now, a word of caution, if you're not executing this the way it's supposed to be executed, it could actually damage your brand in the long run. So how do you implement Parasite SEO? The very first thing you need to do is you need to identify quality third-party websites that will allow you to do this. Sites like sci.com, which is Sports Illustrated, or India Times, just have a quick look at that. Like India Times, for example, these are the sort of websites where you can create a sponsored post and actually use this strategy. Now, the next on the list is creating really high quality content. And I don't mean just throwing up a ChatGPT article in there. It needs to be well written, it needs to be well structured, the formatting needs to be on point, you need to have images, graphs, videos, you get the point. But the important thing is you need to make sure that your CTAs, your call to action, are very clear within the actual text of the article. Because there's no point using this strategy without having several call to actions throughout the article. So if you're an affiliate, you want several of your affiliate links within the actual article, or if you're going to use this for lead generation, then you need to make it extremely clear that's exactly what you want somebody to do. You want somebody to sign up for something. So the next thing you need to do is you need to pitch your idea to the website owner. And the way you do this is you normally scroll all the way down to the bottom and you want to find a contact us link. Now, once you're on that page, all you simply need to do is you need to fire off an email to Sports Illustrated or the website or the third-party website you're going to use, and you basically send them an email, tell them that you want to do a sponsored post, all right? And at this point, they'll send you an email back and they'll have all the terms and conditions in there. And what I recommend is you basically read through those terms and conditions, and if you're happy with that, then go ahead and actually send them your article and they'll publish it for you. Now, you've got your article published and that's great, but the problem is that's where the hard work starts. You now need to implement several other SEO techniques in order for this to work properly. That could either be writing articles on other websites and actually linking to this article on the third party, or you can even start building backlinks to it. And it doesn't even matter the type of backlinks you're actually sending there because it's not your website. And also, you know that this is not going to last very long. It's probably 3 to 6 months max. Now, I only say this because the website owner could either remove your article from their website, or they can even swap out the links. That has been known to happen. This is why I say you have to be very, very careful which website you choose, because this actually can happen. So you've got the article published, it's getting some great rankings. The next thing you need to do is you need to monitor it to make sure it's actually performing well. And if it's not performing well, again, you're probably going to have to do a lot more backlinking in order to actually get it to go higher up in the actual SERPs. So you probably want to know how people are actually using this and the sort of results they're actually getting. In a recent interview with Julian Goldie and Charles Float, they discussed how to use the Parasite SEO strategy. Let's have a look.
So let's talk about Parasite SEO today, Charles. What exactly is it?
So traditional SEO, at least in terms of Google, is using your own website to rank. You create a blog or you create an e-commerce website, something like that, and you rank it. With Parasite SEO, you rank somebody else's website. So you hijack other people's authority, which Google kind of feeds into so much, right? Google favors authority so much more so than basically any other signal. But it means that if you can get a page live on a site that is DR85, DR90, DR95, that it almost doesn't really matter what topic it is. It will go to the first page with a decent amount of SEO and some link building to power it up as well.
How toxic are we talking? Are we talking like fiber backlinks?
I've seen, some pages ranking with really dodgy, Eastern European link networks and things like that. All sorts of like crazy stuff around, even not the same language, So like English pages ranking really, really high. And then what they've done is they bought editorials on international publications. So they've got like, you can get like Nigeria news or like, Kenya news or some like Southeast Asian news website. Yeah, it might be like a DR78 or 85 or something, but it will only cost $3 or $5 to get a publication on. A lot of the times people are mass buying those kind of 2-country publication because they're so much cheaper than the tier 1 countries, but then they're linking them to the tier 1 countries as backlink because they're still passing those strong signals.
And then when it comes to filtering which websites you want to do Parasite SEO on, like, for example, sometimes you see websites like Medium or LinkedIn ranking and they have high domain authority, but it covers pretty much everything and doesn't really have topical authority. How do you filter and find the best opportunities for Parasite SEO in terms of which sites you choose?
Yeah, so there are large generic authorities, like Outlook India is kind of now a generic authority, like LinkedIn Pulse. LinkedIn Pulse from the August update saw a massive increase. If you look at Ahrefs and look at LinkedIn Pulse, it kind of plays into a theory that I have about parasite recycling, where a parasite might be good one year, bad the next year, good again the next year. Right. And that's purely because of the different signal changes that Google has in the algorithm and potentially Google implementing partial or limited time frame algorithmic penalties or something like that onto the website because it's more of a manual effect than it is positive. But if you actually look at LinkedIn Pulse, so linkedin.com/pulse/ in Ahrefs, you'll notice that it went up massively when it first launched for about the first year. Then it tanked. And then it's now back in Ahrefs about 14 or 15 million organic visits a month. The thing with Surfer and No Rights and everything is it's an average. When realistically, you don't really want to be an average. You just want to be over the top. You want to be the number one biggest article in the SERP. If the average article is 4,000 words and most competitors are like 4,000 or 5,000 words, then you want to be 8,000, 7,000 words, right? Of just really over the top optimized content. Because again, because these sites are such high authorities, you don't really need to be building links with exact match and partial text and things like that. You want to be letting the on-page power all of the keyword-based rankings and just let the links be juice signals. right? And let the reach authority do the rest of the work.
So again, a word of caution, Parasite SEO is more of a sprint rather than a marathon. It's really great for generating really quick cash flow, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. There are certain risks involved, like Google slapping your article, the publisher pulling your article, or even swapping out your links for their links. So is Parasite SEO for you, or have you even used it before? I'd really like to hear what you have to say in the comments below. And if you have any questions or you have some opinions, whether they're good or bad, I'd still like to hear them in the comments below as well. So until next time, keep optimizing.